so we are going to get into the last 2 weeks of December, the last 2 weeks of 2022. I think we have 18 more days for the collective sign of Libra. So how I'm going to work on it is we're going to pull a major arcana. Then we're going to see where your mental energy's at, your emotional or relationship energy's at, your spiritual or your passions, as well as the physical world. And we're going to clarify those and get some advice and some a possible outcome. Okay, this is energy, so we can always tweak it. We all have free will to do what we will with it. So this is just like coming through from the universe and spirit through the tarot cards, just to connect to that collective energy. So, take what resonates, let go of what doesn't. Work with it, really work it, so you can be in your highest vibration, so you can manifest the shit out of what you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these messages. Get a little caffeine in here, so let's go ahead and get into it. So first we're going to pull your major arcana, and this is going to show the overall theme, what you're working on. Okay, so let's see what's this about. For Libra, please, universe and spirit, please bring out the best messages for the collective sign of Libra at this time, the last couple weeks of December 2022. And we thank you for your work and your magic, as well as your advice and your support. Please bring out this message that Libra needs to hear at this time. Ooh, we have the Lover's energy. So our intimate connections. This also could be a Gemini card too, so which is another air sign. So you might be connected with a Gemini. We have Hanged Man. So there's some kind of higher way of seeing things, looking at the bigger picture here. So this definitely could be with your intimate relationships. Let me move this coffee over. Give me some space here so I can put this over here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the mental energy. How are you feeling mentally? What's your thinking process at this time? What's on your mind? For Libra, please. The last 2 weeks of December 2022. Okay, yeah, this might be why you need to look at things differently. It's because it's like you're all up in your head, and anxiety, worry, stress, maybe having a hard time sleeping, having some insomnia because you're just thinking about this. And this is like setting those intentions with your mind, your logic, your clarity. So a new way of seeing things. So definitely with that Hanged Man, there's something with regarding your intimate relationships that you need to see differently and a different, higher perspective here. So let's go ahead and see what else is coming up with our emotions. Yeah, look at this hair. Jeez. All right, let's see what our emotions are here. Let's see. What is Libra's emotions these last couple weeks of 2022? What's the emotional body? What's regarding the relationships? Bring out the best message, please, universe and spirit, for Libra. Oh, wow. Well, look. The underlying, you're focused more on the disappointments, the negative aspect of this connection or relationship, when you should be looking at this gratitude. So I do feel like you are grateful, but you're like kind of focused more on the negative energy, and that could be causing that stress and anxiety in your mind. So there's some way of, you have to turn around and look at the cups that are upright, the good things that you have with the relationship. So I kind of feel this energy here, how when you start being with somebody more often or living with them or something like that, you start noticing those little flaws and those nitpicky things, like they're leaving the cap off the toothpaste. Thank God they started putting those ones where you just flip up, right? But here's another example. The toothpaste all over the tube. That's annoying, right? Or they don't squeeze the tube, or they leave the seat up of the toilet, or whatever. It's stuff like that. You're picking like on the more small minor details instead of seeing they get your coffee in the morning, or the things you should be grateful for. It's like those little things that you should focus on and be grateful for instead of the little nitpicky things. All right, so let's go ahead and see this creation card, your spirituality, your passions. Where are you at with that? That if you're stressing about that kind of stuff, that's the kind of like that's minor. You need to focus more on the big picture and be grateful for what you have. So now we have this King of Wands. So this could be a Leo as well. The King of Wands is somebody who's very confident and knows what they want. So I do feel like with this knowing what you want, though, you might be like trying to have things perfect, and nothing's perfect. Nobody's perfect. That's kind of a subjective kind of thing with perfection, because one person's perfect might be another person's disaster. You know what I'm saying? So it's like not looking at those little flaws. Not anything's going to be perfect. You know, it's like imperfectly perfect is the best perfection you can have, right? So let's go ahead and see what's on the bottom. Yeah, because what this is doing is making you a little defensive, maybe a little nitpicky, a little bit hostile, nagging energy. So, you know, this is, you know, not good energy, because that can cause problems in the relationship, as well as like it looks like you're stressed out. So let's go ahead and see, and disappointed with something. Okay, let's see what the material world brings in. This could be finances, career. This also could be your relationship, because it's in the 3D. So let's see. Yeah, see, this is making you a little standoffish. Now we have the King of Pentacles, though. So this is, you know, finding that stability in the imperfections and not being so stressed out and controlling. I kind of feel like there's a control issue here, because a lot of people that want to control are actually the ones that have less control of themselves. So this is about, you know, stop nitpicking, stop being super controlling, and, you know, focus more on what you do have, and that will make the foundation and situation more stable. It will allow the other person to be open up and be who they are, and they will be less on guard or whatever they are being. So let's go ahead and clarify this with some chakra wisdom cards. All right, let's get this 9 of Swords, this anxiety, this worry. Let's see what this is about. What is this about? Oh, we got 2. All right. So now we have an Aquarius coming out. It could be an Aquarius. So far you have Leo, Gemini, and Aquarius. Aquarius. So we have the Knight of Swords. So this is taking action, moving forward. See, we're moving up the scale here with the Nine of Swords to the Knight of Swords. So, you know, moving up, leveling up in that mental realm, thinking clearer, and taking action on whatever this situation is, taking control of how you're seeing things, right? So this is taking action, as well as the Star is about healing. So whatever this control issue is, or this perfection needing energy, you need to heal that. And this is about going towards your dreams. So, you know, sitting back and seeing, like, if this is a relationship, what do you actually want in a relationship? Because if it's perfection, I can tell you, you're never going to find it. You're never going to find it. It might seem that way in the beginning, but it's not. And everybody has issues. Everybody has imperfections. So this is, healing from that energy and seeing, why do you feel the way you need to, like you have to be controlling, or you're nitpicky, or whatever it is. So healing that energy and, you know, figuring out what your ideal person would be. You know, maybe you might need to sit down and figure that out and write it out, right? Because if you're like in stress, it doesn't sound like it's a good connection, because nobody should be, if it's real love, you shouldn't be all stressed out. I mean, yes, we do have issues come up and we do get stressed, but I mean, to the core of it, you shouldn't be. You know, you shouldn't be looking for the imperfections of someone. So you should love their flaws and all. So this is the throat chakra as well as the heart chakra. So this is communicating those emotional feelings that from the heart, instead of finding the flaws and nitpicking, right? All right, so let's get this 9 of Cups in the emotional realm. I feel like some of you might have a hard time expressing, like you do care about this person and you're very grateful for him, but you have a hard time focusing on that. And I feel like it stems from something with you having control issues. So we have the root chakra, which is about our security. So Ace of Wands is all about that new beginning and the passion. So I do feel like you really feel passionate about this person and you're very grateful for them and you feel secure with it. It's just some way of thinking, like you know, maybe something from your younger years made you have control issues or seek out perfection when it's not there. Okay, so let's go ahead and on the bottom we have the 6 of Coins. So that's about balancing that energy out. So let's get this King of Wands energy. Yeah. 4 of Cups is somebody that feels like there's missed opportunities, something's missing, turning their back on a situation. So I feel like, again, this is kind of like being a little standoffish when it's not going your way, or if you're not in control of things. And not allowing this person to be who they are. You have the 5 of Coins on the bottom. This is lack. So there's something you're feeling like you're lacking here. I feel like you put your energy into, like, if they don't do exactly what you say, you take it as an insult, like personally, like they don't care about me. And that's not the case, you know? People have their own lives to live. They see things differently. They've had their own experiences. And like I said, nobody's perfect here. So let's get this Four of Pentacles. What's this Four of Pentacles about? This guardedness, this holding back, being stingy a little bit. Now we have the Knight of Coins. So this is opening up. This is like somebody that wears their heart on their sleeve. So I do feel like there's a way to express your emotions, like communication issue here. And it all stems from this, I would say, an inner child wound where you have to have perfection and control of situations. So it's time to, you know, be vulnerable a little bit, you know, express this and really heal that energy of feeling like everything needs to be perfect, because if somebody's not doing exactly what you say, they don't care about you, whatever this issue is with you. There could be some kind of rejection and abandonment issues where you're afraid this person's going to walk out of your life or it's going to end, and you're trying to control it as, like tooth and nail, and that's not going to work. That's actually going to do the opposite and push somebody away. And then on the bottom we have the King of Wands again. So it definitely could be a Leo. Again, this is that throat chakra, so this is expressing yourself, being able to truthfully speak what's on your mind and how you really feel, okay, from your heart space and from your soul. The King of Wands, again, is that Leo energy. It's somebody that's very confident, so this person could be really, you know, confident and okay with their flaws, and maybe that bothers you a little bit, you know, so it also might be a way of, like, you are worried about what people think on the outside, so you want to have control and perfectionism, and that's, you know, we should never impress other people, right? No, this is actually the third eye chakra, so, you know, seeing things again from that higher perspective. All right, so let's go ahead and see, let's see about this person or situation. All right, let's see about this person and situation. Seven of Cups. So this is a lot of options and choices out there. So I don't want to, like, scare you off or make you more freaked out, but this person might have a lot of options and choices, but they chose you. But, you know, if you're nitpicky or controlling, or you're always looking at the negative, it could push them away. Okay, so I feel like with this energy, because the Seven of Cups can be also like a dreamlike state or confusion. In the beginning of the relationship, we're always like have those butterflies and infatuated, and it's fun and exciting. But once it starts getting real and people start nitpicking and we see their flaws, and especially like if you're very judgmental towards this person or trying to be controlling or jealous or anything like that, this could push them away, because I feel like they do have a lot of options and choices out there. So, you know, be careful with that. We do have the Ten of Cups. They're very happy right now with you. It's just like, I think that nagging or nitpicking is getting to them. So let's go ahead and see about this Nine of Cups with this Ace of Wands. So with this Nine of Cups and Ace of Wands, I also feel like you might really have a good sex life. You know, it's passionate and things, but let's see. Okay, yeah, see? Yeah, they're feeling conflicted here. Something's really getting to them, and I really feel like it's like the way you try to control them, or maybe you're codependent, or you're jealous, or how you're reacting with them. They'd much rather see that vulnerable side of you. I think that's why they kind of fell for you, that you were open and honest and loving and caring, but all of a sudden it's switched. And now we have the High Priestess. Yeah, so they're really doing some soul searching here, trying to figure out things, what's best. Because I don't think they want to leave, but I think they're kind of getting tired of it a little bit. You know, they're frustrated. They're in conflict. You know, they're all up in their head about it, wondering about their options and choices here. A little confused. Let's see what else is coming up with this Four of Cups as well as this King of Wands. Ace of Swords. Okay. So you being like guarded and standoffish and a little selfish is giving them some clarity. They're starting to see the truth, like, more so. They're starting to have a revelation here. And then on the bottom they have Judgment. So they're doing like a deep dive into who they are and what they want. So, you know, this might be a time to really open up to this person. Oops, now we have, oh, look, Death and Rebirth. And a new journey. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, this might be something you really need to, it could be a Scorpio as well. This could be something that they're really evaluating. So you might want to really take a look at about how you're acting towards this person, how the relationship's going. If you're, if you're, like I said, if you're being too controlling or you want things your way and you're standoffish and a little snippy, they might be really reevaluating that situation. So now let's get into this Four of Pentacles as well as this Knight of Coins. The Moon, yeah. This is like, this is unhidden things and fears and our intuition. So I do feel like they, like I said, with that confusion, they're having a little bit of doubt and confusion and fears. They're not sure what's going on. It's like it's hidden, and they're not quite sure what the root of it, because they see you one way, but then you're acting another. So they're like tapping into their intuition now to try to let them guide to which way to go. Nine of Pentacles is kind of like they're doing like their own thing, trying to be like a little, you might notice that they're kind of maybe doing their own thing more so, and backing off a little bit. So I don't think they're out like doing anything like cheating or anything, but I do feel like they're really doing a deep dive to figure out what's going on if they want to continue this. Another Aquarius card again. So again, we have Leo and Aquarius very big here, and Gemini was in too. But this is healing. This is trying to reevaluate what their dreams are, what their dream person is, what kind of relationship they want to have, and things like that. So I do feel like, they're a little afraid of what's going on, like the hidden, unhidden things, the things that are slowly revealing that the actions aren't matching up with the words, what you're saying. Yeah, and they're looking at this towards their future. Like, is this something that they want to continue with in their future? So I do feel like, this could switch, but you got to get like past that, whatever issue you have with that. If it's an inner child wound or some deep-seated issue of abandonment or rejection, whatever it is, but there's some kind of controlling here and nitpicking that's really getting to them. So now we're going to go ahead and get some advice from the universe. And I'm not saying this person's perfect at all. Please believe me. This is your reading, and I'm just telling you what the cards are saying. So let's go ahead and see what else is coming up. All right. So for advice, man, we got a lot of cards here. Okay. So the advice is to ground yourself and get that stability. Celebrate the good things about the relationship. You might even need to tap into like spiritual help or whatever you believe in to get that guidance and grounding and healing. Because this is the 1111 card, the Four of Wands. So this is about connecting to our whatever higher entity we believe in, spirit, universe, God, whatever it is, and getting that guidance and trusting as well. And this is that secure foundation and celebrating the good things about the situation, okay? We do have the Eight of Wands. This is moving away, taking action to move away. So I mean, you have to reevaluate and see if this is something that you're not really happy with. It looks like you are, but you're kind of split with this, it's not perfect, nitpicking, nagging. Only you can decide that. So this moving away could be either moving away from that critical thinking and perfectionism or really being vulnerable to this person and talking things out. Meeting 50-50, or this could be, moving yourself out of this situation if it's not making you happy anymore. We do have the Six of Cups, so you guys might have a really long history together. You could have a lot of fond memories together. So, this also could be coming up. This also could be that there's something in your past, those inner child wounds or some past relationship that made you feel this way, that you didn't have control and you started controlling things or something. So see, this is kind of coming out reverse, the Hermit. That's a Virgo card, but that's also like you're not really trusting your inner self, what it's telling you. You're kind of denying or avoiding that, and kind of putting the blame on this person instead of what's going on with you. So let's see what else is coming up for the advice. Yeah, see, you're not seeing something. You're missing something. Instead of sometimes when we don't want to deal with our own issues, we'll throw it out there on other people. That's what looks like it's happening here. You have blinders on and you're not seeing the situation for what it really is. Again, we had this Nine of Swords, but it came out reversed. So it's time to let go of all that overthinking and critical thinking and anxiety. You need to do that higher perspective, that hangman energy, and see things more clearly. Why did this one want to come out? Oh, the Emperor. Yeah. It's like a loss of power here. You feel like disempowered, so that's why you control and things. So let's get a couple more and then we'll get the outcome if you take the advice. This is more advice, though. We'll get 2 more. Look at this. All this mental energy. The King and Knight. Yeah. So this is, you need to get clear and realize what the truth is, because it's doing some kind of damage here, because you're denying to see it and you're just reacting and kind of throwing it out there on other people. And people don't like that. You know, they have their own things to deal with. And I do feel like this person does care about you and wants to stick this out, but they're kind of starting to get a little doubtful about it. So let's go ahead and get the outcome if you should choose to take this advice. Wow. Okay. Scorpio card now, death and transformation. So if you should take the advice and start opening up and start healing those wounds that might be keeping you in that perfectionism and controlling, it will transform here. Or you might end. It's going to vary for different ones of you. This is planting seeds. So, you know, planting seeds for a new harvest to come in. Right? And not feeling lacking anymore. You know, filling that void within yourself. And as well as not feeling stuck. You know, you'll release yourself from this lack and feeling stuck. You'll transform, and then, you know, those seeds will start taking root and blooming. So it's kind of up to you what you want to do. You really only can make that decision. You know, you have free will to do what you want. But I do feel like if this continues, it's going to really put a wedge between you guys, and it might end up in separation, because nobody wants to be controlled or nitpicked at and always criticized. So it's like time to look at why, the reason you're doing that. I feel like it's from some kind of inner child wound or some relationship wound that you need to face. That's fear of abandonment or rejection. So that is your message. A little harsh, but, you know, that's what it is. So thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.